She has sent emails and made calls relentlessly. She misrepresented me, Catherine, and William to Harry, and in doing so, she drove a wedge through this family. That is the plain truth, and she knows it.
February 13th, 2026. Buckingham Palace. No more silence, no more cover-ups. On this explosive day, the palace dropped a historic emergency statement, firing back at what insiders are now calling Meghan Markle's global meltdown campaign. It's chaos, accusations flying, secret threats, and non-stop blame games all aimed at the crown. This isn't just gossip anymore. This is the palace going on the offensive. For the first time since the Sussexes' 2020 exit, the monarchy struck hard, calling Meghan's latest claims baseless, reckless, and dangerously misleading. This was no soft response. Sources say it's the firmest pushback yet, revealing just how deep this scandal has cut into global relations, money deals, and royal reputation across Dubai, France, Canada, and way beyond. At the core of this firestorm lies one bold claim from Meghan's team, that the royal family orchestrated a calculated takedown to destroy her career. But the numbers tell a different story. In just 10 whirlwind days between February 2nd and February 12th, Meghan's brand seems to have imploded in real time. 4 major nations have either banned or quietly blacklisted her projects. These aren't criminal moves, but official government and industry responses tied to trade, cultural, and media laws, each citing broken trust, branding misuse, and blurred lines between fame and royalty. On February 3rd, the United Arab Emirates Ministry of Culture and Economy made the first strike, revoking licenses connected to Meghan's luxury wellness and fashion label As Ever. Officials cited misrepresentation of national affiliations, violations of GCC neutrality rules, and alleged offshore funneling of promotional income through influencers. Then, on February 6th, the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA, and the British Columbia Film Board dropped a bombshell of their own, suspending cooperation with Archwell Media Canada. They flagged incomplete filings under Canada's non-resident artist regulations, suspected hidden payments, and unfinished intellectual property paperwork. That same week, major partners, CBC Canada, Netflix Canada, and Rogers Media, cut ties overnight. By February 8th, France jumped into the storm. The Haute Autorité de l'Audiovisuel et de la Communication, HAC, confirmed non-renewal orders had been sent to Vogue France, which had once planned a glamorous April 2026 cover. Inside sources revealed that LVMH scrapped a secret fragrance collaboration, while Chanel and Hermès confirmed the removal of all Markle-linked visuals from their lookbooks. Even Singapore and Japan, though not issuing full bans yet, have launched discrete internal reviews of all licensing connected to Meghan's As Ever candles and lifestyle kits. The walls are clearly closing in, one brand deal at a time. Retail giants are making bold moves. Isetan Tokyo and Tang's Singapore have wiped every trace of Meghan-linked merchandise from their flagship stores, shelves empty, displays cleared, and contracts quietly dissolved. The message is clear: her brand is radioactive right now. 2 major watchdog groups, Art Compliance Asia and the European Independent Ethical Fashion Bureau, IEBF, have stepped in, flagging As Ever and Archwell-affiliated products for possible deceptive marketing. They're pointing fingers at Meghan's blending of royalist ethics with personal branding, accusing her team of blurring the lines between heritage, influence, and money-making. The heat is on, and the fashion world is watching closely. Then came the shocker on February 10th, a dramatic 2-minute video from Meghan's own communications advisor, Rena Walsh, titled "The Targeting of a Woman Who Tried to Make Change." In the clip, blasted across Instagram, Threads, and Spotify, Meghan spoke directly to her followers, saying, "This is not about paperwork or permits. This is about power. A coordinated effort is underway from London to Dubai to Ottawa to erase me professionally, culturally, and personally, and we know exactly who's behind it." She stopped short of naming Prince William, but her words carried weight. Meghan referenced those whose future depends on silence, accusing the same firm that embraced my smile and now weaponizes my existence. Alongside the video, her team dropped a PDF fact sheet listing canceled magazine spreads, rejected licensing paperwork, and a string of unanswered calls from former sponsors. The tension just hit a whole new level. But what really blew everything wide open was Meghan's final paragraph, a bombshell no one saw coming. It hinted that private conversations and secret threats had been circulating from high offices, shaking the walls of Buckingham Palace itself. Her closing line hit like thunder, and while I've respected boundaries, I will no longer allow anyone to rewrite my story, even if it means showing what they've tried to bury, including what happened in Balearic summer 2016. That last part changed everything. For insiders within royal circles, this was the moment the gloves officially came off. The mere mention of Balearic 2016 sent shockwaves through royal intelligence units, phones rang non-stop, and damage control went into overdrive. Meghan's camp appeared to be hinting they had unpublished photographs of Prince William, allegedly taken aboard a private Mediterranean yacht, suggesting possible misconduct. It was an implicit threat that rattled even the most seasoned palace aides. But Kensington Palace didn't stay quiet for long. Within hours, they went on the counterattack. Full transparency mode, no hesitation. On February 11th, Prince James of Edinburgh, the palace's new fire marshal since Prince Harry's exit, held a closed-door briefing with senior UK political editors. During that meeting, he produced a signed and notarized travel itinerary, proving that Prince William was in Kenya from July 10th to 22nd, 2016, attending a UN environmental summit in Nairobi. To shut down every rumor, the palace presented official Kenyan diplomatic records, hotel footage, and verified press reports, all showing William's public appearances throughout that entire timeline. Then came the knockout punch, a statement from MI5's Royal Security Directorate, confirming there had been no deviation whatsoever from the published schedule. Every move accounted for, every claim dismantled.
One of them whipped his child off he slew it in the finish. So my worst was in terms of athletics. Well, apart from running around the square at Belmont, I'm really good at that because I did chorus videos.
Look quite quick.
It's a chorus that's well, I just saw it. It's like you would have injuries that my child.
Yeah.
That's me finished kind now.
Very good.
And that brings us to February 13th, 2026, when the royal family unleashed their most sharply worded statement in years, posted across all official palace channels. The declaration read loud and clear: the Crown categorically denies all allegations of interference in international commercial or cultural decisions regarding Miss Meghan Markle. It continued, furthermore, we reject the false and defamatory insinuations of any past misconduct by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales. Fabricated threats, reputational extortion, and the strategic manipulation of personal grievances cannot and will not be tolerated. The royal household remains committed to transparency, neutrality, and the protection of its constitutional integrity. That statement landed like a royal thunderclap, ending all speculation and proving the palace was done playing defense. The statement from Buckingham Palace didn't mince words. It flat out declared that no member of the royal family has been involved in any attempt to influence licensing, regulatory, or cultural decisions made by sovereign nations. It was a line drawn deep in the sand, backed by affidavits and official timelines, a move that broke with centuries of quiet diplomacy and whispered resolutions. The Crown was no longer settling things behind velvet curtains. It was taking the fight into the open. Behind the thunder of that February 13th announcement was a strategic masterstroke driven by Sir Malcolm Wessex, the royal family's formidable chief legal counsel, alongside Prince James of Edinburgh, now recognized as the House of Windsor's key institutional protector since Prince Harry's departure. Together, they built a rapid response legal operation with military precision. The moment Meghan's February 10th video and that loaded reference to Balearic 2016 hit the internet, Sir Malcolm wasted no time. He called an emergency legal summit inside the royal chambers of Clarence House. The attendees list read like a royal crisis manual. Representatives from the Crown Prosecution Service, experts from GCHQ's cyber division scanning for possible data leaks, and 2 Foreign Office envoys assessing how the controversy could ripple across international relations. Their mission was crystal clear and ruthlessly efficient, a twofold strategy. First, dismantle any legal foundation in Meghan's accusations, and second, shield the royal family's institutional dignity at all costs. Nothing would be left to chance. Every claim, every timeline, every digital footprint would be checked, verified, and filed for courtroom readiness. By February 11th, Sir Malcolm had already struck. A pre-litigation notice was served to Meghan Markle's US-based legal team, an unmistakable legal warning demanding 3 things: retraction of all statements linking the royals to diplomatic or economic sabotage, full disclosure of any photographic evidence tied to her Balearic 2016 comment, complete with metadata, and a written clarification delivered by February 14th, or face formal defamation proceedings in both UK and Canadian courts. Observers immediately noted that Canada's inclusion wasn't random, it was strategic. Meghan's production ties and media filings north of the border meant the Crown was covering every possible angle. Sir Malcolm's message couldn't have been louder. The monarchy was done staying quiet. According to senior palace insiders, part of Meghan's commercial collapse traces back to Ontario-based entities linked to the Ariel Foundation Canada, a division now under an active CRA audit. This revelation tightened the noose around the financial side of her story, suggesting that not all her troubles stem from royal politics. Sir Malcolm's legal play cleverly built a jurisdictional bridge between Meghan's fading business empire and her claims of royal sabotage, effectively setting the stage to place her under oath if she dares to escalate her accusations further. While Sir Malcolm handled the heavy legal artillery, it was Prince James of Edinburgh who commanded the public front. Known for his sharp precision and almost corporate discipline, James personally supervised the release of Prince William's 2016 travel logs, held a discreet off-camera session with select royal correspondents at Lancaster House, and authorized the publication of internal audit documents proving 0 Crown funds were ever sent to foreign regulators regarding Meghan or her ventures. The message: every penny accounted for, every rumor shut down. When silence is weaponized, the antidote is evidence, James reportedly told aides, an icy quote that's already spreading across British media. His no-nonsense approach has earned him a new nickname from insiders and journalists alike: the Palace Firewall. They say he stepped into the power vacuum left by Prince Harry's withdrawal from royal duty, becoming the House of Windsor's strongest institutional defender since the early 2000s. By now, the monarchy's stance was ironclad: legal, factual, and unstoppable. Meghan faced an impossible choice: retract or face full-scale litigation on 2 continents. Across Paris, Vancouver, Dubai, and Singapore, the silence around her brand had grown deafening. Insiders say calls were unanswered, emails bounced, and once loyal sponsors politely disengaged. The networks that once fueled her success were suddenly gone. By the time Buckingham Palace dropped its February 13th declaration, the damage to Meghan Markle's reputation as both a commercial figure and creative personality was practically irreversible. What began as whispers of regulatory tension had erupted into a near-total industry blackout, stretching from fashion, luxury goods, digital media, and wellness retail.
How does it feel having a Buckingham Palace as your private property?
Well, I don't know, because it isn't. No, it's a state-owned establishment. I wasn't actually born there. I mean, I have my office there, and the Queen lives there, but it's not really private property.
And it wasn't just about government intervention, it was an industry-wide exodus. Some brands quietly backed away, others delayed campaigns indefinitely, while a few simply let contracts expire. Behind the polished PR language, one truth stood out: no one wanted to be next to the storm. Some brands tried to play it cool, claiming creative differences, but insiders say otherwise. Royal Confidential has confirmed through leaked memos and exclusive industry chatter that what happened wasn't collusion, it was coordinated distancing. Every company was protecting its image, moving in quiet alignment to step back from Meghan Markle before her controversies could touch their bottom line. On February 6th, Vogue France dropped a bombshell, canceling Meghan's April cover, even though the entire photo shoot had wrapped in early January. Inside LVMH, executives reportedly held an internal vote and decided to terminate all exploratory branding talks with her team. One source described it as a move made out of reputational unpredictability. Meanwhile, Chanel, once open to partnering on as-ever fragrance collaborations, issued a discreet legal note stating firmly, no ongoing contract or commercial agreement exists with Miss Markle. That was their way of saying, we're out. Things unraveled even faster in Canada. Netflix Canada, which had been co-producing several wellness-themed segments under the Arco Audio banner, pulled the plug on a planned docuseries about reinvention and empowerment, citing licensing conflicts. Then, Rogers Media and CBC Gem both issued embargoes on airing or syndicating any of Meghan's older content, officially over regulatory clarity concerns following the CRA audit into Archewell Foundation Canada on February 5th. Behind closed doors, it was clear no network wanted their name mixed in with a potential federal investigation. To make matters worse, the Canadian Council for Artistic Integrity quietly added Meghan to an unendorsed list, not a legal ban, but just as damaging. That designation effectively blocks her from applying for arts grants or booking national venues. It's a soft blacklist, but one that can freeze a career overnight. Across Asia, the fallout hit just as hard. Tangs Singapore and Takashima Tokyo confirmed to regulators that they had removed every as-ever product, both in-store and online, by February 7th. Internal compliance memos later reviewed by Asia Export Journal revealed that Meghan's brand had been flagged as a reputational risk, specifically for its use of British royal motifs, a style now seen as crossing the line between luxury and legacy. But the most decisive blow came from Dubai's Ministry of Culture and Economy. On February 3rd, they invoked Article 9 of the UAE Foreign Branding Act, issuing a complete ban on Meghan's commercial ventures. The official reason? Her wellness and fragrance campaigns were found to violate political neutrality standards. A confidential memo later leaked to Gulf Media Group spelled it out bluntly. The repeated use of monarchy symbolism, combined with political commentary, undermines the stable cultural image required for commercial art forms. Industry insiders speaking off the record echoed the same warning. Mixing royal imagery with activism had backfired spectacularly. What once gave Meghan's brand its sparkle had now turned toxic in the eyes of global regulators. It's no longer just about bad press. Meghan Markle has become a global cautionary tale. Insiders say she's not simply controversial, she's confusing the boundaries between celebrity, royalty, and politics. That blur has turned her from a media favorite into a reputational risk that no brand wants to touch. One luxury brand CEO put it bluntly: "We work with actresses, philanthropists, even controversial influencers, but when government ministers start asking if we vetted our collaborators' political affiliations, we walk." Another European talent agent didn't hold back either, saying she's a triple risk: legal, reputational, and institutional. Nobody's cutting ties out of hatred, they're doing it out of survival. No one wants to be dragged into a constitutional mess. Royal Confidential traced the industry's mass retreat to three major triggers. First came the unsealed Epstein files on January 27th, which, though not legally implicating Meghan, contained disturbing narrative links involving figures from her early social circles.
Those mentions were enough to send shockwaves through luxury boardrooms from Paris to Milan. Risk departments suddenly wanted distance, fast. Second, the Archewell Canada audit, made public on February 2nd, revealed potential irregularities between grant allocations and promotional spending. Financial transparency is kryptonite in the corporate world, and this audit raised too many red flags for comfort. And third, the breaking point, Meghan's February 10th video statement where she accused unnamed royal insiders of sabotaging her life and career. The veiled reference to Prince William in her Balearic Files comment wasn't seen as defiance, it was viewed as a reckless posturing, even bordering on blackmail-style theatrics. Executives across industries reportedly called it the final straw. Together, these three shocks convinced global risk managers that working with Meghan Markle was indefensible, not just to shareholders, to regulators and investors watching every move. Even sympathetic outlets began quietly backing away. People magazine abruptly canceled a planned Valentine's Day feature, pulling the story just hours before release. The New York Times style section, which had once celebrated her December 2025 candle launch, dropped a thinly veiled critique of celebrity wellness brands, calling them aromatically confusing and ethically blurred. It didn't name her, but everyone knew who they meant. Even Vanity Fair, long considered her media safe haven, replaced a full-page spread about Meghan with a last-minute Fashion Week recap. In media terms, that's a public cold shoulder. What we're watching isn't just a celebrity losing influence, it's a systemic uncoupling. Meghan Markle, once a global symbol of modern royalty, has become a high-voltage liability across entertainment, commerce, and culture. The silence around her now speaks louder than any headline.
It's not about any single legal charge, it's about the storm her name now attracts. Every time Meghan Markle steps into a room, brands feel regulators breathing down their necks. One insider summed it up perfectly. Her presence alone invites scrutiny no company wants. Then came the quote that sent shockwaves through both Hollywood and the palace. "If I go down, I'm taking someone with me." Allegedly a private message from Meghan Markle herself on February 11th, 2026. And from that moment, it became clear her strategy had flipped. What started as a defense has turned into an all-out scorched earth campaign. The tone now, defiant, dangerous, and unpredictable, laced with whispers of blackmail, secret archives, and hidden files said to target senior royals, especially Prince William. But palace insiders tell Royal Confidential that behind the scenes, it's not chaos, it's control. The monarchy, they say, has already mapped out her playbook and is 3 steps ahead. Her February 10th statement set off alarm bells everywhere. That sly reference to what happened in Balearic summer 2016 wasn't random, it was a precision strike. Though she avoided naming names, every royal correspondent in London instantly knew who it was aimed at, Prince William. The implied message was chilling, suggesting she held compromising photos or files from a 2016 yacht gathering attended by high-profile figures. Multiple sources, including 2 people who worked on Meghan's pre-royal media team, confirmed the existence of a mysterious digital folder, long rumored to be her insurance policy. Internally, it's known as the archive, or sometimes the contingency folder. Descriptions paint a secret stash built for protection, containing dozens of high-resolution photos from European events between 2013 and 2016, along with private voice recordings from early Archewell meetings and royal prep sessions. Even more explosive, insiders claim it holds emails with anonymous correspondents detailing media insurance strategies in case Meghan ever felt cornered or betrayed. A former staff member who signed a 2018 NDA but later spoke off-record shared, "She always believed the palace would turn on her one day. She built that archive for the moment she'd need leverage." Those words alone have fueled an entire new wave of speculation. But despite all the drama, senior palace aides appear remarkably calm.
Why? Because according to multiple sources, they've already seen or neutralized most of what she has, quietly, discreetly, long before any of it could hit the press. Just 36 hours after Meghan's thinly veiled threat, on February 11th, Prince James of Edinburgh made his move. He authorized the public release of Prince William's official 2016 diplomatic itinerary, proving beyond any doubt that the future king was in Kenya attending a UN environmental summit during the exact time Meghan referenced in her so-called Balearic incident. That single document didn't just silence the rumor, it flipped the narrative. What was meant to intimidate the palace ended up reinforcing its image as organized, transparent, and untouchable. The palace didn't just release vague denials, it dropped receipts. The official document included certified flight logs showing Prince William's travel between London and Nairobi, co-signed UN schedules, and press photos capturing him at multiple environmental summits. Even the Kenyan Ministry of Environment issued a formal statement verifying his joint appearances with local officials. Royal security analyst David Merriman summed it up perfectly. You can't be at a yacht party in Spain while simultaneously shaking hands with UN delegates in Kenya. That single sentence dismantled the Balearic narrative before it could even detonate. But Buckingham Palace didn't stop there. It was just getting started. Since early 2024, the royal household has quietly funded a covert task force known internally as the Digital Contingency Group, or DCG, a hybrid elite unit of former MI5 and GCHQ cyber analysts, Royal Archives officers, and legal technologists. Their mission? To track, verify, and neutralize potential blackmail threats or data leaks tied to the royal family's digital footprint. A classified briefing prepared in January 2026 and partially verified by Royal Confidential details exactly what the DCG has been working on. The report allegedly cataloged Meghan's supposed data assets, breaking them into categories: inadmissible personal hearsay, stories lacking verifiable evidence, digitally altered or unverifiable images, privately recorded audio clips that potentially violate GDPR and US wiretap laws. According to intelligence consultants tied to the investigation, multiple countries are now reviewing whether Meghan's private archive could constitute a legal breach, especially if any of that content were used to harm institutions or public officials. Sir Malcolm Wessex, the palace's chief legal counsel, addressed the issue directly, warning, possessing questionable material is one thing, distributing it for coercive purposes crosses into legally punishable territory. His tone left no doubt. The palace was ready to fight this on every front. Still, sources close to Meghan claim she's considering a media counterstrike of her own. Rumors swirl of a staged information leak through an anonymous Substack drop, allegedly ghostwritten by a former associate. The working title? Unseen and Unbowed. The memoir reportedly explores her pre-royal trials and the truths the palace tried to bury. There's even talk of a tell-all interview, potentially airing in late March on Al Jazeera or Rai 1, both networks safely outside Ofcom's jurisdiction. Insiders insist Meghan's goal isn't total destruction of the monarchy, but something far more psychological, to brand it as hypocritical. She wants to frame herself as a suppressed truth-teller, painting the palace as the force that silences voices who dare to speak out. In one particularly chilling alleged message from Meghan's press advisor to a former Vanity Fair editor, she wrote, "She's not trying to burn the crown, she's just going to make sure it smells like smoke." The palace, however, is already one move ahead. According to Royal Confidential's verified briefings, a global digital surveillance effort is underway, tracking for any sign of leaks linked to Meghan's known associates. Simultaneously, legal injunctions are being filed across the UK, Canada, and the EU, preemptively banning unauthorized publication of royal-adjacent materials. Leading the counteroffensive is Prince James of Edinburgh, now commanding a media transparency campaign built around 3 words: dignity, evidence, restraint. While Meghan plots her next revelation, the palace is making sure the world sees its every move as calm, lawful, and above the chaos. The stage is now set, a full-scale information war between Meghan Markle's camp and the House of Windsor, each armed with secrets, strategy, and stories that could shake global institutions to their core. The stakes have just hit a new level. According to top-level sources, if Meghan Markle moves forward with any material that could be viewed as blackmail or coercive leverage, she risks triggering international criminal cooperation under cross-border coercion and digital sabotage laws. Legal experts are calling it a potential global red alert scenario, one where multiple nations could coordinate investigations if her alleged files are used to threaten or manipulate. Inside Buckingham Palace, the tone is firm and fearless. One insider summarized it perfectly. They've switched from reactive to proactive. The Windsor firewall is up. If she lights the match, she'll be the one holding the smoke. February 13th, 2026. Royal Confidential's exclusive feature report marked the turning point. The moment she reached for the match, the whole room took a step back. Those words capture the mood spreading across industries as Meghan Markle pushes forward with increasingly confrontational tactics, mixing veiled blackmail, public accusations, and shadowy threats of releasing her so-called private archives. But now, the backlash isn't just from Buckingham Palace, it's coming from every direction. Hollywood, fashion, philanthropy, and even people who once stood proudly in her corner. The mood has flipped from cautious loyalty to strategic silence. Contracts are being axed overnight, inboxes going quiet, and longtime allies are distancing themselves from anything carrying the Markle name. Throughout 2020 to 2024, Meghan was surrounded by what one LA agent described as her golden circle of protection. She had direct lines to Netflix, Spotify, Oprah Winfrey's Harpo Studios, and a powerful network of progressive Hollywood producers. She was seen as untouchable, a survivor, a philanthropist, a voice for change. But that circle is now cracking, and fast. The first major fracture came from Netflix. On February 8th, Netflix Global officially confirmed that the long-rumored revival of Pearl, Meghan's animated series, was permanently canceled. Originally shelved in 2022 and later revived through Archewell's Canadian branch, the project has now been completely erased from the company's lineup. A senior Netflix insider revealed to Royal Confidential, once the allegations of cross-border influence and government scrutiny surfaced, the legal department pulled all plugs. "We're not risking subpoenas over candle sales and veiled threats." That one quote spread through media circles like wildfire. Netflix had spoken, and it wasn't backing her anymore. Then came the next blow, Oprah Winfrey's production empire. Insiders confirmed that Harpo Studios quietly removed all Meghan-related content from its 2026 slate. No documentaries, no specials, no collaborations in development. It wasn't announced publicly, it just disappeared from internal schedules overnight. By mid-February, whispers across Hollywood suggested that other studios were following suit. Former collaborators who once praised her as a trailblazer are now keeping their distance, citing the optics nightmare of being tied to someone facing potential international legal exposure. What was once Meghan's safety net, her network of powerful allies and creative partners, has started to unravel in real time. The very institutions that amplified her voice for years are now washing their hands clean, one project, one headline, one endorsement at a time. Insiders say the industry's new mantra is simple: protect the brand, not the person. And that's exactly what's happening, from Hollywood boardrooms to global trade regulators. For Meghan Markle, the walls aren't just closing in, they're soundproofed. Every door she once opened is now locking quietly behind her, leaving her standing alone in the glare of the spotlight she once commanded. A senior producer didn't mince words when speaking to Variety, saying, "This is no longer a story of empowerment, it's a story of obfuscation and reputational meltdown." That comment sent tremors through Hollywood. According to insiders, SAG-AFTRA and WGA advisory panels have both begun issuing quiet warnings to their members about possible ethics exposure if they participate in any upcoming Meghan Markle memoir or docuseries, especially if legal action from the British monarchy proceeds as expected. The message is clear. This is radioactive territory.
The fallout continued on February 9th when WME, William Morris Endeavor, one of the biggest names in global talent management, dropped Meghan Markle as a client. There was no press release, no polite exit statement, just silence. Industry insiders confirmed her profile was deactivated from WME's internal portal, signaling a clean break. That's Hollywood's way of saying, we're out before this turns into collateral damage. But the reputational damage hasn't stopped with the entertainment world. It's now spilling into Meghan's humanitarian identity, the part of her brand once considered untouchable. On February 10th, World Central Kitchen, WCK, issued a measured but unmistakable statement. They thanked Archwell Foundation for past contributions, but confirmed there were no active or future projects planned. Behind the PR language, sources say WCK wanted to avoid being pulled into the royal feud narrative now consuming global media. Next came SmartWorks UK, once Meghan's proudest charitable affiliation and arguably her most genuine legacy. Their updated 2026 strategy document quietly removed all references to Meghan's 2019 to 2021 collaboration. Insiders say the move followed internal concern over brand neutrality amid escalating royal disinformation battles. Translation, they're protecting their mission from being politicized. Even the UN Women campaigns, where Meghan's image once symbolized empowerment, have now erased her entirely. As of February 12th, her likeness and name have been scrubbed from all active web pages, media kits, and global campaign materials. A UN Women spokesperson explained, "Our campaigns must remain impartial and free of geopolitical entanglements." That's diplomatic code for, we can't risk being dragged into a royal war. The personal losses cut just as deep. Meghan's inner circle of celebrity allies, once her public shield, has gone completely silent. Stars like Serena Williams, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Chrissy Teigen, and Tyler Perry, figures who once fiercely defended her, have now chosen total online silence. Since her February 10th video statement, not a single one has reposted, liked, or commented on her claims. For a woman whose power once came from collective influence, that silence speaks louder than any denial. It's as if her closest allies have agreed to step back and let her face the storm alone. Behind closed doors, executives and nonprofit leaders are reportedly using the same phrase to describe her situation: reputational quarantine. Her name, once synonymous with modern reform and resilience, is now being quietly filtered out of press releases, funding proposals, and production rosters worldwide. According to data from Influencer Track, a top social media analytics platform, Meghan Markle's online reach has collapsed dramatically. Her February 10th post, the one tied to her latest public statement, generated 42% less engagement than her 2024 Archwell anniversary announcement. For a figure once commanding millions of clicks in minutes, that's a digital freefall. The most alarming moment came with her now infamous Balearic threat quote. Screenshots of the line spread like wildfire among royal watchers, yet major verified celebrity accounts stayed totally silent. No likes, no reposts, no public reaction. It's as if Hollywood collectively decided to pretend they didn't see it. A former publicist explained the blackout best. When the algorithm smells scandal, most brands and influencers vanish. But when it involves royalty and blackmail, silence becomes policy. Even corporate partners are rushing to disassociate. BetterUp, the coaching startup long affiliated with Prince Harry, released an immediate clarification. Meghan Markle is not and has never been affiliated with BetterUp. Meanwhile, Sephora in both Singapore and Canada confirmed they had removed all as-ever products from their shelves, adding that they had no plans to restock them. Digital platforms are joining the retreat too. Pinterest and Etsy quietly blocked paid ads promoting Meghan-branded prints after users filed complaints about false royal endorsements. And Blue Ivy Ventures, the parent company behind a proposed Meghan-linked skincare line, filed a formal withdrawal clause, citing material reputational volatility. According to insiders, these exits weren't part of any organized takedown, they were acts of self-preservation. Executives across industries told
told Royal Confidential that it wasn't the Epstein file mentions or even the Canadian audit that broke their confidence. It was Meghan's decision to accuse the palace of international sabotage and to hint she might retaliate using undisclosed materials. One charity board member put it bluntly, once you float the idea of dragging the Prince of Wales through the mud to save your brand, no one wants to be on your email list anymore. But the pressure isn't only external, it's internal too. Palace insiders and those close to the Sussexes confirm that Prince Harry himself has refused to endorse or support Meghan's recent statements. He didn't repost, comment, or even reference her February 10th video, despite its viral circulation. Sources also confirmed he was absent from a scheduled Archewell Canada board call on February 11th, raising eyebrows among their remaining staff. According to royal correspondence, Harry has now requested private consultations with King Charles and Prince Edward to seek what's being described as a constitutional and custodial clarification. Behind those careful words lies the possibility of a permanent public and institutional separation between the two.
What would you do if royalty was abolished? What particular...
I'd have to work even harder on the farm, wouldn't I?
Insiders quietly suggest this marks the final fracture in the Sussex household's once unbreakable unity. The couple, once branded as modern royalty, are now walking different paths, and this time the palace isn't intervening. Once hailed as the People's Princess 2.0, Meghan Markle now stands at the sharpest turning point of her public life, not because of trial or conviction, but because she crossed an invisible line of institutional integrity. As one senior courtier put it, the palace didn't need to destroy Meghan. The world around her is doing it simply by stepping away. That sentiment was echoed in a sharp statement from Prince James of Edinburgh, who declared, "This is not silence, this is sovereignty." As the sun rose over London on February 13, 2026, the royal family's tone shifted permanently. The official declaration released that morning, co-signed by Sir Malcolm Wessex and Prince James, was more than a rebuttal. It was a constitutional line in stone. The document introduced a new doctrine, now being referred to within palace corridors as the Windsor Boundary Doctrine. It outlined full institutional detachment from Meghan Markle effective February 13, 2026. Mandatory legal review of all Sussex-adjacent content, products, or media for potential misuse of royal imagery or sovereign symbolism. Automatic referral of any unverified accusations involving the monarchy to the Royal Household Legal Division, with authority to initiate litigation across the UK, EU, and Canadian courts. While the public statement read as courteous and restrained, insiders confirm it triggered a classified internal protocol codenamed Echo License. Behind closed doors, that code signifies containment mode, the moment the Crown officially moves from crisis management to total defense. The operation now underway, managed by the Royal Security and Intelligence Liaison Office, has entered full enforcement mode. Their mandate includes surveillance of all public content connected to Meghan Markle through third-party media producers, the monitoring of potential foreign political manipulation of her story, and preparation to brief Parliament should any diplomatic fallout arise. The Crown isn't reacting anymore, it's anticipating. Within just 24 hours of the February 13th declaration, the Royal Legal Liaison Office, in coordination with the Canadian Office of Cultural Commerce, prepared a sweeping series of legal filings. These target Meghan's alleged lobbying efforts surrounding Archewell and request a formal examination by the UK Serious Fraud Office into As Ever's revenue networks tied to British export systems. Meanwhile, top law firm Clifford Chance LLP has been formally authorized to pursue defamation and false attribution claims if Meghan dares to publish any of the rumored archival materials. According to one palace legal advisor, the tolerance buffer has expired the moment she accused the monarchy of unethical interference across sovereign states. She stopped being a family issue and became a matter of state.
This crisis, while explosive, has forged an unusually tight alliance among the senior royals. Though King Charles remains publicly distant, sources confirm he has quietly empowered Princess Anne to oversee institutional integrity across all royal-linked charities and Commonwealth partnerships. Prince Edward has been assigned to liaise directly with the Cabinet Office, managing all media engagements that involve past or former royal affiliates. And at the forefront stands Prince William, now positioned as the face of monarchy renewal, granted full autonomy to speak publicly, respond legally, and initiate structural distancing when necessary. His private remarks, relayed through senior aides, left no room for interpretation. "We did not destroy Meghan Markle. We refused to be destroyed by her." As major nations, industries, and one-time allies turn away, Meghan now faces isolation by attrition. The options left on her table are brutally limited. Her memoir, Unseen and Unbowed, has reportedly been rejected by 3 global publishers following the palace's legal warnings. No international PR agency will take her without full liability disclaimers, and her Los Angeles-based legal team is set to be exploring a rebranding pivot under a different corporate name, an attempt to dodge subpoenas connected to As Ever and Archewell Canada. Even more troubling, 2 former Archewell board members are now cooperating with regulatory investigators in both the EU and the UAE. Their testimonies, insiders claim, could force Meghan into a multi-country legal defense battle by spring. In the span of only 11 days, Meghan Markle has fallen from a global influencer with reach across fashion, philanthropy, and media to a figure confronting 4 international suspensions, 2 pending audits, 1 royal lawsuit, and 0 strategic allies. What remains is her voice, but even that is fading beneath the weight of collapsing influence, fractured loyalty, and the sheer precision of the palace's legal machine. One former UK ambassador summed it up in chilling simplicity. Meghan miscalculated. She believed the palace would always stay silent, but they didn't. And when the monarchy speaks, the world listens. The House of Windsor has now drawn its line immovably clear. You may leave the monarchy, but you may not weaponize it. As Meghan retreats into silence and legal counsel, the palace stands unified, unbothered, and unrelenting, having reclaimed command not just of its narrative, but of its legacy. And so ends the latest chapter in the Sussex saga, not with a courtroom spectacle, but with the quiet, commanding authority of a crown that refused to bend. If you found this investigation riveting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Tell us what you think. Has Meghan gone too far, or is this just the beginning of a new royal reckoning?